So today we're going to see about uh, atherosclerosis, which is the hardening of the blood vessels. Sclerosis means hard. Um, atherosclerosis. Okay. So on the first image we have a normal blood vessel. We can see normal flow. And on the second one we have a fatty streak that is blocking the passage, interrupting the blood flow. And we're going to see what happens, okay, to have this fatty plaque. So here we have our blood vessel. And what happens, so we're going to see the steps to atherosclerosis. So first, we have an irritant, which is, for example, the too much lipids, like the LDL cholesterol or the bad cholesterol. They are drawn here in yellow. The LDLC cholesterol. We also have toxins like cigarette smoking, which are in gray. And we have high blood pressure, which is hypertension, is chronic. And so then what happens is that we have the first layer, which is smooth muscle, and then we have the endothelium, um, which serves as a barrier, and also it uh, it prevents blood clot. And so what happens is that the toxins they damage the endothelium, which is the second part. So the endothelium is damaged. Is damaged. So the lipids and the toxins will attach to to the the inmost layer of the blood vessel, and then they are going to fill in the hole. When it's like that, it's called fatty streak. So it's a flat fat plaque. Oh, that's hard. And so what happens is that the blood actually, um, the nerves and the cells, they see that there is a lot of lipid concentration. So the the blood sends the monocyte, which is a white cell, and then the white cell, it transforms itself after the LDLC deposits itself, right? The monocytes, they turn themselves into macrophages. Macro is big and phage is to eat, so they are big eaters, and they start to eat the cholesterol, the LDLC, and most of the times they can erase it. But when there's a lot of LDL, what happens is that they get so full that they die off, they kind of burst. And so a scientist looked at this macrophage, this dead macrophage with cholesterol uh, inside of it, and it looked like a foam. So they're called foam cells. So the monocytes, they turn into macrophages, and when they die, they are foam cells. And then they begin to just grow up, like more LDL, more toxins, more foam cells, more macrophages. And what happens is that the smooth muscle it detects it, so it starts to migrate from the blood cell to the clot, or to the clot, so that it doesn't make more clots, to just spit out a fibrous cap that will prevent the the the, the clots. And so when the foam cells, or actually when the macrophages die, they send a special substance that calls for reinforcement, and it's a vicious cycle that continues and continues and continues, and that's if a fatty plaque. And what happens is that when there's a lot of blood pressure, it can break the fibrous cap, and all that fatty plaque gets into the blood and makes a thrombogenic, which means clot, right? So it can stop completely the blood flow. And if it persists for more than 20 minutes or so, you can have a death of tissue, and if that happens to the heart, is commonly known as heart attack or myocardial infarct, which is MI. So if that happens here, as we've been showing, we have then a myocardial infarct. So that's it.